from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
A new airline flying into Richmond and an update on the local housing market, as well as changes coming today to some county facilities. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It is Monday, May 24th, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
Well, a new airline is flying into Richmond International Airport starting in July. Breeze Airways, founded by David Nealman, who previously founded JetBlue and several other airlines, will begin serving the airport in Richmond July 8th with flights to and from Charleston, South Carolina. Subsequent flights between Richmond and New Orleans will begin July 15th and between Richmond and Tampa on July 22nd. You can learn more or make some ticket reservations at flybreeze.com. Earlier this month, Henrico's Historic Preservation Advisory Committee held its annual Awards of Merit ceremony at Dory Park in Varina. This year it recognized several groups and individuals for their efforts to preserve, promote, and celebrate the history of the region. Among those honored was the Richmond Beer Historic Organization that has worked to celebrate the history of the local brewing community. Also, Varina homeowner Randy Welch, who through several conservation easements has preserved a chunk of his land, including Civil War battlefield space. Also honored Winston and Joyce Devisier for their donation of historic Springfield Schoolhouse that'll preserve the history of African American schools in the county. Sam Watkins for his volunteer work restoring and operating Civil War cannons for display and for special events. And the Anderson Cemetery League for the recovery and protection of a community history through the restoration of an 1860s African American cemetery. Starting today, Henrico County is adjusting pandemic-related protocols and continuing to reopen buildings and facilities in the county. Many county offices have been closed to in-person visits by residents since the pandemic began in March of 2020. Some had previously reopened. Among those that will be reopening today, the Permit Center locations at the Henrico Government Center on Parham Road and Eastern Government Center on 9 Mile Road, the Springfield Road and Charles City public use areas that will resume charging fees. Anyone who is fully vaccinated will not be required to wear a face covering or to maintain social distancing when inside a county building. If you haven't been vaccinated or you're not fully vaccinated yet, you will be expected to wear a face mask and maintain distance. Last week, the Innsbruck Foundation hosted a panel of 6 Virginia real estate experts in a table talk about changes in residential and commercial real estate markets as the economy emerges from the COVID-19 pandemic. Panelist Nate Smith, the Vice President and Mortgage Sales Manager at Town Bank Mortgage, said an existing seller's market had been exacerbated by the pandemic and that the trend might last for at least the next few months, including areas like the West End, unless the overall state of the economy changes. The Richmond region is one of the top 25 places nationally to which people are relocating. PRG Real Estate Regional Director Matt Sugg said that people buying and leasing homes are coming from a lot of high-density cities in New York, Texas, and Florida, among others, especially as an easing of COVID restrictions has made moving more comfortable. He estimated that 10 to 15% of that group was new to the real estate market compared to other people relocating. You can read our full recap of the event at henricocitizen.com by clicking on News and then Business. Well, Virginia State Police made a surprising discovery during a traffic stop early Saturday morning on I-95 in Henrico County. They stopped the vehicle as it was traveling northbound near mile marker 82 and discovered 5 pounds of crack cocaine and 25 pounds of marijuana inside the vehicle. A 36-year-old Chesterfield County man was arrested and charged with DUI and illegal drug charges. Today's Henrico News Minute is brought to you by Henrico County, which is asking you, how do you want to hear from the county? Visit publicinput.com/Henrico News to take a brief survey.